Hello and welcome to Pilates in Parramatta. We're going to be doing some advanced floor work that is a bit more challenging than what we've done before. If you haven't done any of the Pilates in Parramatta videos before, it's a good idea to jump back to number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 and C, because these are add-ons to the floor routine. These are not for everybody to do. When you're feeling comfortable with a floor routine, then it's time to do the add-ons. Now you can do baby versions of the add-ons by all means and see how you go with that, but it's very, very important that you become competent and that the accuracy of your movements is very, very good before you start doing these exercises, because these involve more whole body rather than just this is a stomach muscle exercise, this is an inside thigh exercise, this is an armpit, whatever. This is involving the whole body. Okay? Thank you to Samantha, who's going to be our guinea pig again today. She's cold at the moment, she's got a sloppy Joe on. I intend to warm her up nicely. Okay, starting on your hands and knees at this end, facing that way, please. Okay, this exercise is called leg pull front. Okay, now it's got nothing to do with pulling your own leg. It takes place in a push-up position, which we refer to rather as a press-up position, because you don't just want to push and keep and sort of let go. You want to press and keep pressing in order to hold the posture correctly. All right, now Samantha's going to start with her feet on the mat, but socks off, because you want to be able to have a bit of grip. Okay. There's nothing wrong with you doing this on a normal flat surface without any padding. That would be fine, not a problem at all. All right, toes on the edge of the mat, feet and knees together. Okay, reaching out into a push-up position and then press into a push-up. Now, Samantha's got this bagginess going on, so I'm going to hold. All right, now, can you see how Samantha's got a slight roundness to her body? Can you drop down a little bit more? Now tuck under. Lovely. That's exactly how you should be holding this. Reaching through the crown of the head, stomach is in, armpits are pulling towards the hip bones. Again, Samantha's baggy shirt doesn't help with that. Stomach is in and on like crazy. Take a breath in. Breathing out as you lift one leg slightly off the floor. Breathing in, place it next to the other one. Breathing out, lift one leg. And the idea is Samantha's doing it beautifully. She's holding her hips completely still. Carry on, breathing out, breathing in. That's it. Breathing out and breathing in. Every now and then re-tip, because you will lose it. As the leg goes up behind you, the bum will want to lift, but that means that you're going to be working through the lower back, and we don't necessarily want that. You want to do a little for pinch of the bum at the very bottom. Okay, yeah, a little pinch of the bum. That's it. One more on each side. Good. Samantha just recorrected her push, her press on the floor. And lift and down. Now to come out of it, bend the knees. That's it, and squat back. All right, so that's the first version. Now, if lifting one leg at a time is too difficult, obviously you start off in that press-up position and you just hold that press-up position for 10 breaths. Okay, the lifting of the legs happens 6 times on each side, so you get 12 altogether. Never stop at 5, you know what I think. All right, now that's the baby version. Okay, the press-up position would be the preschool version. Then we have this version that Samantha just did. And then we have a version where the leg comes right up, off, and then back down again. You're still trying to hold the pelvis still. It will, however, move. All right, Samantha, if you can get back into that position. Actually, you know what? Let's just tuck. Right, save me having to hold it. All right, same position, tucking, pressing through the arms, reaching through the crown of the head. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to lift one leg and lift it high. Your back will arch. Now, come back down, tucking, and then place. Good. And breathing out, lifting, and into an arch. Now, tucking, and then back down. Good. And lifting, Very nice. And tucking. Samantha's beautifully pointing at the end. And lifting. Reach that leg, reach the toes. Come on, point the feet. Yes. And down. Good. And lift. That's it. And breathing in. Nice. And breathing out. And lifting. Lovely. And tucking as it comes down. I'm going to get you to do one incorrectly. Lifting up, right up. Now bring the leg down but keep the bum up. That's what you don't want, okay? You want to be there. All right, and the other side. Lifting. Now bring it in with the stomach. Beautiful. One more on each side. And lifting up. And tuck as it comes down. Use the stomach. Good. Reach the crown. And last leg, right up, 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 up. Point the toes on the end, beautiful. And down, and then the knees, and back. Okay, she's gone slightly pink in the face. She may be warm, you never know. If you are warm.
Anything to say about it?
Well, the hands are always cold. She's got too many of my genes. All right.
Way too many.
Okay, now, the next exercise that we're going to do is going to go in exactly the opposite way for the upper body. So what we've done so far with the lower body is to exercise the muscles in the back of the body. So the hamstrings, the calves, we've done the lower buttock area. But at the front, we've been pushing forward. So we've been using the stabilizers through the pec, the armpits, and those sorts of areas. We're going to be stretching them out. Now, Samantha and I are going to be doing this one together. Can I have you sitting face forward to the camera, and I'll sit side on to the camera. Now, generally speaking, just be on the mat. That's it. Okay, let your legs just drop open comfortably. All right, they can be a reasonable distance away, that doesn't matter. Now, if you have a look from my back, from about just under the shoulder blades down to the tailbone, I'm nice and straight, stomach is in. So I'm not doing that. And I'm not doing that either, and I'm certainly not sticking the tummy out. Holding in, holding tall, reaching through the crown. And Samantha's about to do the same thing.
Yeah.
No, you're slightly too rounded. It may be the jumper. Can you lift up a little? Move your feet further forward. It'll be easy for you. Okay? All right, now, for this exercise, we're going to be having palms up directly in front of us. That's it. Fingers long, elbows locked. And I know I don't normally let you do that, but they will bend anyway. So if you start locked, you're more likely to end up straight, rather than if you start straight, you can end up really bent like crazy. Arms a little further apart. So you want your elbows in front of your shoulders, palms up so that the inside of the elbow is facing to the ceiling. Lock those armpits down as hard as you can. Think of tall through the crown, lengthen through your tailbone. Take a breath. As you breathe out, you're going to open your arms to the sides. And breathing in and bring it back. And breathing out, open the arms to the sides. Do not let that happen. Just there. And breathing in and back in. And breathing out, opening the arms, keep them palms up as much as you can, thumbs pulling back, little fingers coming forward. And breathing out, thumbs pulling back, and breathing in. And the idea is that you're holding your spine beautifully straight the whole time. No arching, no slouching. If you need to do this up against a wall, or in the door frame so that you've got the door frame going over the top and down the other side, that's all fine and good, not a problem at all. You can't usually do this leaning up against a wall because your arms do go further back than the wall does. Relock those armpits down and breathing out and breathing in, and then just let the arms hang. Okay, you should feel it through here. You may get a bit of a stretch through the forearms as well, that's fine. You should be feeling it through here. This is where the most amount of work is going on. If you start feeling it through here, your shoulders are lifting, okay? You don't want any shoulders lifting. I would rather you get to here correctly than here with the shoulders up, okay? It's not about range of movement as far as this is concerned. I want to go as far as I can no matter what. It's all about accuracy of movement, and it really, you have to work hard to hold them down. And there's a trick. Every time you open, they will climb a little bit. So every time you come back in, you start by pulling your armpits down and then come back in. It's also worthwhile doing this one the first time in front of a mirror, because you will find that as you open your arms and pull your shoulders down, as you tell yourself to pull your shoulders down, your arms will come down. And they want to be at shoulder height all the time. All right, the second version, same start position. So check that your elbows, inside of your elbows are pointing to the ceiling. Check that the elbow is in line with your shoulder. So your hands will be wider than your shoulders. Breathing out, you're going to go on a 45-degree angle up in the air, keeping those elbows nice and straight. It won't go as far this time. Breathing in and back down. Circumnavigating each other. Breathing out, ribs down. Don't let your ribs pop. Hold them down like crazy. Breathing in. Breathing out, lead with your thumbs. Turn the palms up. Even up your arms, nice and straight. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Keeping your stomach working. If you find your hip flexors working in here, just let your legs lengthen out a little bit more. It just means that you're counteracting the weight a little bit. And breathing out, sitting nice and tall, shoulders down. Breathing in. Breathing out. That's it. Breathing in. You may find that after you've done a few, your arms will be able to go further. This one is very hard to hold straight arms. Incredibly hard. They will want to bend. And one more, breathing out, make sure your ribs go down all the way, and breathing in, and then relax. So when you come in for that last one, you're not allowed to come in. You come in, and then you can relax. Again, you should be feeling it through here. It can be in the forearms. It can be a little bit nervy in the hands as well. That's fine, not a problem at all. It just means that it's stretching all the way. Under here is where you want to feel it. You should also feel it in your stomach. Your stomach should have to work to hold the ribs down, because as you open your arms, wherever they open, your ribs will want to help open the arms, which is what we don't want to have happen. We want this to be completely still and locked in. Okay, third one. Palms down this time, elbows locked. Our inside of the elbows are usually pointing towards each other this time. Really pull the shoulders down, not too close together, otherwise your shoulders will hunch. Open yours a little wider, Samantha. Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. This time, back of the hand is leading the way. You're going to breathe out and go straight up. Ribs right down. And breathe in and back down. Your elbows are definitely going to bend on this one. Breathing out. Try not to let them. And breathing in. Breathing out. Lock those ribs down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Nice and straight with the elbows. And breathing in. Nice. Keep the stomach working. Samantha's back is staying really nice and still. Breathing out. I can tell you that from front on she does look like she's hunching a little, but from side on her shoulders are in exactly the right position, and she's pulling them down every single time she's coming down. It's just the bunching of her hoodie that is making her look like her shoulders are going up. And breathing out and breathing in. Two more. Breathing out. Lock those ribs in, lock the stomach in. Think long through the crown of your head. Think long through your tailbone. And there and down. All right, now, with that particular exercise, the idea is that you do 10, straight away 10, straight away 10. Okay? No break in between. However, you will need a break in between until you're ready for it. At the end of it, feel free to collapse. Let the arms hang and just relax over, okay? It's quite a strong exercise for the arms. If you ever do this one looking at yourself in the mirror, and I'll show you this because, as I said, Samantha's t-shirt is a bit bunchy. When your arms go up, when we say your shoulders shouldn't go down, Samantha, can you just jump behind me, darling? Put your left hand here on me and your right hand there. All right. Where Samantha has her left hand is not allowed to lift. Where Samantha has her right hand is allowed to lift, because this is the muscle area that does control the shoulder, and you can see how her hand is moving as I move. All right. This hand is where you get into neck and shoulder problems. So if I'm doing it correctly, this hand holds still. If I'm doing it incorrectly, this will lift. Okay, this will end up being an earring, which you don't want. So try and keep this bit down as much as you can while you're lifting the other bit. So the cup around the end of the shoulder is allowed to move with these ones. Okay, now last exercise for today, sitting facing that way. That's it. Okay, legs straight. Okay. Now, there are two ways of doing this exercise. Strictly Pilates is the way Samantha's got her hands at the moment, but we're going to do one with the hands pointing in and one with the hands pointing backwards, because it involves a slightly different action in the shoulders. When your hands are pointing backwards, it's easier to hold an open chest. When your hands are pointing forwards, you will get more of a stretch around the front, but you can end up hunching a little bit. So we have to be very careful of that. Okay, feet and knees together. Now, strictly speaking, this is a parallel position for the legs. I personally don't like how that feels on my heels. I will always turn this out. I feel it's much more comfortable on the actual pressure point of the heel if I am in a slight turnout, okay? I want Samantha to do it turned out because of her dance. I need her to work those turnout muscles in the dance. So, hands behind with the fingers pointing backwards. You're going to be on the flat of your hand. Don't forget what we said about this the last time we did something on the hands with the ball, and that don't just rest on the heel of the hand, make sure you're pressing the ball of your hand down and the length of your fingers. Use your hands to hold yourself in place, otherwise there's a lot of pressure in the wrist. Okay, sorry, take it off. People need to see what you're doing with your stomach. It won't be cold, don't worry. Okay, hands back. Now, we need the stomach to work with this one. So start off nice and tall through the chest, and then what you're going to do is hold, think of lifting through the upper chest while you squeeze the legs together, push down with your feet and tuck to lift. And that's your position. And then tuck as you come down, but try and hold open in the chest. And breathing out, tuck as you lift. And breathing in, tucking to come down, right? Elbows, put a little bit of a bend in the elbows, okay? And breathing out, tucking as you're lifting, hold a little bend in the elbows, that's it. And breathing in and back down. So you're trying to roll the pelvis up and roll it back down again, okay? I'm going to get Samantha to do one incorrectly so that you can see the difference. All right, so that's the first one. So when you can do 10 of those in a row, just breathing out, going up, breathing in, coming down, holding your upper body really long and just letting the snake happen in the lower body. Then you move on to this next one, okay? Breathing out, do it properly. Tuck to go up, and then you're going to hold it there. Your bum will have to work a little bit. Take a breath. Breathing out as you kick and down. And breathing out. Yep, other leg. Kick and down. Try and hold up. And kick. Don't knock me on the nose. And kick and down. Try and keep the pelvis really square and down. Okay. We've got the hands this way around. Stomach is in. Feet are pointed. Bit of a turnout for me as well. I just find it more comfortable. Breathing out as you tuck and lift, and then tuck as you come back down again. Now, if you're doing it correctly, you lift and you end up in the wrong position, ribs sticking out and all the rest of it. Okay, so you tuck and lift, and then we go into kick and down, and kick and down. Breathe out and in. Breathe out and in. Tuck as you come in. Moving the mat is normal, okay? Because you end up pulling on your arms quite a bit. All right. Now, there is another version, and I'm just going to move my towel a little bit out of the way so that I can be on the flat of my feet. And this time we're going up into what's called tabletop, where you literally want to look like a table. Samantha's still hugging her stomach muscles over there, so I'll do this one. Feet and knees together. Taking a breath in, starting nice and tall through the upper chest, through here. Breathing out, rolling through the stomach and into tabletop. So you look like a table. And then coming back down again. And breathing out, roll and up into a table. And breathing in, coming back down. And roll into a table. And roll and back down. You can do it the other way as well. You can also do it hands to the side. I'll show you hands to the side as well. Now, this one is the next version of it, where you lift one leg without swaying, without dropping your bum, and without your hips tipping either. Okay, so you're going to breathe out as you go up. Take a breath. Breathe out. Breathe in. Other side. Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe in. Out. Out. I think I lost count. One more. Out. And down. Then roll through the pelvis to come back down again. Okay. All right. Good luck with all of those. Now, with any of those, start small. Start with low numbers before you go in. Remember, the accuracy of the movement is far more important than doing 10 haphazard, okay? Mr. Pilates himself said that 10 good, accurate movements are worth much, much more than hundreds of contortions that are doing nothing for your body, all right? So be accurate. Do one or two correctly. If the third one goes wrong, you've had enough. Build on it as you go, all right? Thank you to Samantha, she's still hugging her stomach muscles over there, for being the guinea pig. She's nicely warmed up though, she can't complain anymore. And we will see you next time. Thank you very much.